So J.J. Abrams is back directing Star Wars, so you can expect all the J.J. Abrams action and lens flares. Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker is directed by J.J. Abrams and stars Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Adam Driver, and Oscar Isaac. Star Wars Episode 9 is about the remaining resistance and their fight against the First Order. It also involves Rey, Finn, and Poe and how they must work together to get to the bottom of the whispers that Darth Sidious is back in some way, shape, or form. So how is Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker? Well, let's start off by first talking about the good. So the first positive I have with this movie is Kylo Ren, both how he was written and Adam Driver's performance. The first 5 minutes of this movie has no dialogue. It's just Kylo Ren throwing down, and it's so awesome. And then as the movie goes on, it really dives into what's going through his mind and explores the psyche of Kylo Ren more effectively than the two previous movies. When you take that and Adam Driver's amazing performance, it easily makes Kylo Ren the best part of this movie. Another positive I have with this movie is Palpatine. Like I said, he's back in some way, shape, or form. And he's back in full-on Sidious mode. The Palpatine you know and love from Star Wars Episode 3 and 6 is back. With his Emperor voice and manipulative nature. And it was just so awesome. Another positive I have with this movie is Rey, Finn, and Poe. Their group dynamic is so great, and all the actors have such great chemistry. It's already established that Boyega had great chemistry with Ridley and Isaac, but in this movie you get to see how all three of them work as a group, and it doesn't disappoint. My final positive with this movie is Lando. Lando is back, and I love what they did with the character. He's basically enjoying retirement, but make no mistake, this is still the Lando you know and love. Billy D. Williams does a great job returning to the role. He still has the charm and charisma that he had in Episode 5 and 6. With all that said, I have some negatives, so let's get into the bad. So the first negative I have with this movie, and it's a biggie, at times the story feels crowded. This movie has so many story elements that it wants to touch on, and it really struggles to stay focused. When this movie is juggling a dozen different story elements all at once, it starts to feel directionless. Another negative I have with this movie, and I'm going to keep it vague, but there's a conflict between Jedi and Sith, and it's very underwhelming. Action-wise, there's nothing really amazing, and there's not a lot of emotional weight to the conflict either, and it left me a little disappointed. And my last negative with this movie, and it's a negative I had with The Last Jedi, they introduce a new force power in this movie that creates plot holes for previous movies. I have no problem with new force powers being brought in. Like when we first saw the lightning hands in Return of the Jedi. That was awesome. But that didn't create any plot holes. When I saw the new force power being used in this movie, I wasn't thinking, oh, that was awesome. I was thinking, why wasn't that power used like a dozen times by really powerful force users like Yoda or Palpatine? It was annoying in The Last Jedi, and it's annoying in this movie. Overall, The Rise of Skywalker is kind of a mixed bag for me. When I think of the Star Wars sequel trilogy, I love The Force Awakens, and The Last Jedi was a dumpster fire of a movie. And I think Rise of Skywalker kind of fits right down the middle. It has its issues, but I did have fun with it. I'm going to give Star Wars Episode 9, Rise of Skywalker, a B-. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to keep yourself updated on future content. Also, for all you Star Wars fans, I made a video ranking all 10 Star Wars movies from the worst to the best. I put a link up there and in the description. Go check it out.